What's up, guys? It's your boy Ace of Spades. Now, today I thought that I could do something different for y'all. And as y'all know, I have a lot of shit in my background that I don't share with y'all. But since y'all are my family and shit, I trust y'all. So I'm gonna tell y'all what's been fucking happening with me and why I am the way I am and why I turned emo and all of this shit, okay? So yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all the truth about me that y'all didn't know. Now, viewer expression divide. If y'all don't want to hear anything about self-harm topics or mental or depression anything, please click off this video. Also, this is not for kids, but it is for adults and shit. But if you are a kid, please watch this with your parents. I don't want to get sued for this shit. So, yeah. Okay, so as y'all know me, I'm a Dark Lucid or Ace of Spades, whatever y'all want to call me. I've been on YouTube since this year. And by the end of like 8th grade, I guess, I started my channel. So yeah, today I figured I'm gonna tell y'all and break down what's been happening and why I am so depressed all the time. So yeah, now we're gonna start off simple. We're gonna start simple. I'm gonna go from my childhood to middle school. So yeah. By the way, y'all grab y'all snacks, grab y'all's drinks, and yeah, break this down for y'all. Alright, so if y'all don't know my name, bro, I'm Jaden, right? I'm Jaden, I live in Texas. I'm not gonna say what city. I don't want any stalkers or shit to come. But y'all know me, bro. Y'all know me. Especially all the kids at my middle school, high school and shit. Y'all know who I am, bro. Y'all know me. Now, anyways, let's start. So, I, I was, born in 2010 to be specific. And today, or nah. And I want to be honest with y'all. Truth is I wasn't always emo, bro. I always say I was always emo. This wasn't until like early youth, teenage era, right? You see, I was a happy, upbeat kid back then, alright, y'all? I'll be honest with y'all. I was a happy ass kid, bro. I was happy. I enjoyed my time with my family, and yeah, and this was before all this dark shit happened to me. So yeah. Now, let's start off. So when I first went to pre-K, it wasn't as bad. It wasn't as bad, but we did end up leaving. I went to Scottsdale Elementary. Of y'all know that, but oh no, y'all don't know that. But yeah, and what happened is that I left that school because the school system was terrible. Because I had a disability. I had autism, ADHD, and I needed guidance and stuff. I had speech indecency. Sorry, I can't fucking speak today. But yeah, I had all that shit, and people would call me sped and shit, and I wouldn't really get made fun of until elementary era. But there were some times when I did almost die. I remember when I was at Scottsdale, I did crack my head open. Show y'all some. People always ask me, what is this? What is this thing right here? This is a scar that I... Fuck. This is a scar that... Oh, fuck. This is a scar that I got from when I fell. I cracked my head open. So, yeah, right here. Now, another thing. Another thing. I'm tired of y'all saying this shit. Y'all see this dot right here. Y'all see this dot on my nose? This is a birthmark, okay? I'm tired of y'all saying, oh, you have a hole in your nose, nigga. It's a birthmark, okay? I couldn't help that I had it. But yeah. So, anyways, another thing is that I did almost die. My face was very blue, alright? I had to go to the emergency room and shit back then. Another thing why I'm also very depressed, y'all, is because, the fact my dad wasn't around. My dad, he left before I was born. So yeah. And that's why I am the way I am, I miss my dad, but no, I don't miss my dad. I fucking hate my dad. And the truth is that it was always just me and my mom, you see. It was hard for my mom back then. It was very hard for my mom. It was hard for me. I was just a baby. She was still in college. And what happened is that we got kicked out and evicted from our apartment. I don't remember what year it was, like 2013, 2011. We're in between that. And what happened is that let me fix my hair. What happened is that like my mom and I ended up living. People always ask, why do you live with your grandparents? Why you live with your grandparents? Is your mom dead? Is your dad dead? No, the truth is the reason why I live with my grandparents is because my mom and I are broke and we can't afford a house payment, okay? We can't. And we've been living here all our lives, and I'm grateful that I have my grandparents. People say, oh, you live with your grandparents. Like, guys, stop making fun of people who live with their grandparents, alright? There's people whose parents died, and y'all disrespecting me because I have parents, bruh. It's not my fault, bruh. Look, I get it. Whatever you're going through, I get it. But, like, y'all need to stop bullying me and shit, alright? I'm not talking to my followers. I'm talking about the kids in my school. All y'all niggas that watch this video, y'all need to stop, bruh. Anyway, so, after that, it was simple, you know. I did have trouble crawling back then, and I would walk straight up. Like, I was just straight up walking. Like, I didn't crawl or anything. It was really hard for me to talk and shit, like, and I couldn't, and I had trouble fucking potty training and shit, so, yeah. Now, don't fucking roast me in the comments, okay? I was a kid, alright? It happens, okay? So, yeah, it was hard for me to develop. I'm being dead ass. I'm being dead ass with y'all. And then, as I started getting older, my mom noticed something about me is, I would remember I got my toys and I would put them on like a line and shit, like like a straight line, so like this. And then my mom noticed that I was very like sensory-ish and shit, and then I found out back at my school that I had autism, and the truth is I still have it. It's not a bad thing to have autism, okay? Autism is a good thing, alright? There's a lot of famous people who have autism who are successful, so I'm tired of y'all niggas saying, oh, you're dumb, you're retarded because you have autism. No. If you have autism, anybody who's autistic watching this video, know this. Be proud of who you are, bruh. There's people that wish they had what you had. That's why people bully you, because they're so jealous of you. They're like, fuck, I want to be like that. I wish I had that. But they don't, okay? They all go through stuff. That's why kids bully you. But I'm not here to talk about bullying. I'm here to talk about my fucking story in life. Anyways, so yeah. And then as time went by, I graduated pre-K in 2015. Best fucking year ever. I'm being dead ass. And yeah. And then I started going to another school. I went to, what was it? Hillside. Yeah, I went to Hillside. And that's when I noticed that I was starting to get bullied a lot. Now, the bullying wasn't as bad as it was in high school, in middle school, and, we're not there yet. We still have a long way to go. But yeah, truth is that I was getting bullied a lot back then, and I went to first grade and shit, right? Another thing is that as I started getting older, my mom was like, look, like, we need to find a hobby for you. Like, what do you want to do, you know? And that's when I started picking up music. If y'all know, if y'all seen my Soundstage video, y'all would know that I've been in Soundstage 9 since 2015, 2014, yeah. Late 2014, early 2015. So yeah, I've been a drummer, since fucking shit. Yeah, 10 years, y'all. I think it's 11, 12 now. But yeah, like, and I did try playing guitar and stuff, and, you know, I was trying to find my shit, you know, I was trying to find my like, the thing I like, you know. So yeah, and I was a happy kid. I used to like oldie music, like rock and roll. I'm talking about, like, Black Sabbath, Iron Maiden, Rolling Stones, all the good old rock bands. Sometimes the Beatles, sometimes, so yeah, I was a big oldies kid, and that's when I knew I had a love for rock music, but I didn't realize it yet, because I kept changing genres, right? So yeah, as that went by, I started listening to pop music, and I started liking it, you know. So yeah, I basically very happy, very upbeat, you know, willing to go out a lot with my parents and stuff, not very isolated in my room. So yeah, anyways, now we're gonna get to the dark stuff. So the truth is that I would get bullied like so many fucking times, bro. Like, One time when I was in the bathroom at Hillside, bro, like, don't make fun of me for this, y'all. I couldn't piss, bro. I couldn't piss properly. I'd pull my pants down, showing my ass. I'm being dead ass with you. Being dead ass with y'all. I'd get made fun of it, or like, oh, you know, bunch of teasing, right? Anyways, so I started learning to stand up and shit, right? To like stand up, you know. There's a little hole in your underwear, blah blah blah. Okay, I was still a fucking kid, okay? Don't judge me. I was still a fucking kid. Anyways, so after that, I did end up only going up to second grade at that school. So yeah. And I would go to daycare too. So, I'm gonna be honest. And yeah, it was really good. You know, a lot of nostalgia shit. My mom had like a lot of friends around El Paso. A lot of my cousins would live here too. You know, we all grew up and stuff. But guys, I had the best 2015 year ever, bro. I had the best life, man. I'm being straight up with y'all. I'm being straight up with y'all. Y'all are probably wondering, oh, then why are you emo? Why did he turn emo? Like, what's up with that? What's up with that? You know, you had a good life. Stop acting like you're wearing a mask. No. This was before everything happened, guys. Before everything happened. Okay, also truth is I was never emo when I was a little kid. This all started when I was in the teen era, the teen years. So yeah. Anyways, now I want to talk about more. So another thing is that I left Hillside because of how mean the principal was to me and shit. And the principal just didn't help me at all and stuff. Kind of like Miss Vega. We're not there yet, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Hold up. Let me just fix my fucking hair. Shit. Yeah. So, Miss Vega was not in the picture yet, okay? So, now let's talk about more. So, after I left the school in like early 2017, early 2019, somewhere in between that. And I went to Edgemere Elementary School in that year. This was before COVID happened and stuff. So yeah. Anyways, so I had good teachers at it was just the kids that were very mean. Truth is I flunked. Yes, I did flunk. I flunked 3rd grade. It was hard for me, okay? Alright? It was hard for me, alright? You know, everybody learns differently, and that's what happened to me. I was one of those kids who unfortunately had to learn differently. And I did have trouble with my speech too, like I had speech indecency. And that's why I would have trouble with my S's and shit, so that's why I went to speech therapy, and I would also do occupational therapy for my ADHD. I did leave the speech program and all that shit a long time ago. Fuck, it's been a while since I've done all that shit. So yeah. Okay, let me fix my hair. Now we're gonna talk about when I flunked the grade. This is really when I met all these ops that I had known for a long time. So Gabby, she was in 3rd grade. I did flunk 3rd grade. Mainly because like the pandemic started becoming a thing, and I was like worried as shit, like I couldn't focus, right? So yeah. And what ended up happening is I ended up graduating. Yeah, no, graduating. I ended up passing 3rd grade after that second attempt. And however, it was all on Zoom and stuff. Now keep in mind, the COVID-19 was barely starting, okay? It wasn't as bad as it was, but we had to keep our social distances and shit, like, when we went back to school. I'm not gonna get to that part yet, but it was like spring break, so, and little did we know that we wouldn't come back at spring break. We literally had skipped the whole semester, so the teachers was like, our kids are fucking stupid. How do we fix this, right? So what happened is that what they did is they made us do Zoom. Truth is, I had a 4th grade teacher. Her name was Miss Lada. So yeah, this bitch was mean to me for no reason. I'm being dead ass with y'all. This girl named Gabby, I fucking hated this bitch, you know? She, the truth is, I met Gabby when I was friends with this kid I used to play Roblox with, Manuel. Yeah, his name is Manuel, I think. Yeah, that's his name. So Manuel and I have been friends. Like, now, little did I know that he was gonna backstab me soon. So yeah, he did backstab me. We're not gonna get to that point yet because we're not there yet. But yeah, truth is that that's what ended up happening. So I got backstabbed from Manuel. After that, guys, Gabby, she was like, I remember I would play this catch with a fucking kickball. Yeah, I liked a lot of sports back then. Like, I would remember playing basketball. See, fucking football. No, no, no. I would mainly play basketball. I sucked ass at basketball. Another thing I remember is I was very preppy back then. I'm like, oh, motherfucker. I was really preppy. No, I was forced to be preppy because we had to wear uniforms at Edgemere. And now, Edgemere wasn't as bad. I didn't really get in a lot of trouble at Edgemere. But I did, keep getting bullied repeatedly. So I told the principal, forgot the name of the principal was. I don't really remember it, but I remember this kid's name was Ryan. Had this teacher named Mr. Flores. I hated him. He was so hard on me, bro. I was only in 5th grade. Treated me like I was in fucking high school, bro. Like, give me a break. I'm a fucking kid. Why do you expect me to do my homework now? This was like in the era when my grandpa was gonna like retire and shit, right? So yeah, he did retire. And then he would pick me up a lot in 5th grade and shit. Think he's been retired for about, fuck. Oh, I don't really remember how long it's been since he's been retired, but I remember that he would always pick me up after school. We would leave at 2:45. God, those were memories. But yeah, we would live at 2:45. We would leave at 2:45, and Mr. Flores was always mad at me for no fucking reason. Like, oh, you're not doing your work. Oh, you're this, you're that. Like, what do you expect? I'm a kid in elementary school. You expect me to do my work? Fuck no. I'm gonna fucking play, nigga. I'm gonna fucking do what I want. Now, my parents weren't as strict as they are today. Now, my mom was still, like, kind of chill, still kind of cool. But yeah. Fucking fix my hair. So, she was kind of chill and cool. Um, but yeah, they would just get on my ass like Asian parents, like, oh, you need a pass, oh, blah blah. I almost failed 5th grade. I actually didn't. I didn't fail 5th grade. They ended up passing me. I don't know why, but guess Mr. Flores had mercy or some shit. I did graduate Edgemere fucking 22. It was like 2021, like 2021 just ended. So yeah, I was 10, 9. I don't remember how old I was, but then I went to 6th grade. Now, 6th grade wasn't as bad as I keep saying it was. I did get more bullied, worse, like very worse, because there were like kids from other campuses and shit, right? I'd get bullied more worse. People would talk shit about me. I hated it. I got so fucking fed up with it, bruh. Now, Matthew was at Edgemere. He didn't really bully me and shit, like, as much as he did, like, back in fucking 6th grade. Yeah, it really started, like, in 6th grade when he started bullying me. Like, I started noticing he had a vendetta on me. So, yeah, so he would, bully me and shit. So would Gabby. So would Manuel. So would all those kids. And, yeah. And I guess and then I was very suicidal, but I never said anything at the time. Because, like, I didn't want people to worry about me. But then I did start saying outcries back in 8th grade. Yeah, but we're not at 8th grade yet. So what ended up happening is that Matthew would just straight up go constantly, bullying me constantly. I got tired of it. So what ended up happening is that I told Miss Vega and shit, right? And yeah. Now keep in mind, I was still trying to act like I was barely starting to learn how to act like a gangster, follow the trends. Then he said, oh, he's one of us, you know? And yeah, I was trying to. Tried fitting in with the wrong crowd. I ended up doing it. But yeah, all because I was tired of people making fun of me because I was cringe and weird. I got tired of it. So yeah, after this happened, I remember that, like, Gabby would still bully me. Like, she would still bully me. Like, now looking back, her insults were very pathetic. Like, I was such a weakling back then. I'm being dead ass. I was such a weakling. And yeah, another thing I learned, Another thing that I started doing is I started learning your mom jokes and I started using them because the your mom thing was popular at that time. So yeah, I started learning how to roast from Pat God and Chris, but that was in 7th grade. I wasn't doing it as much as I did. Now, I did roast a lot because my grandpa told me like, oh, you should use your words instead of violence. Stop being, a bitch. Like stand up for yourself, right? That's what I did. I stood up for myself. I stood up for myself, and yeah. So after that happened, and yes, I was still in drums and stuff. I was still in all that. Then I found out that I've had love for guitar in 6th grade. Miss Prado. Now, Miss Prado, if you're watching this, actually, I don't think she's watching it. But if anybody knows the teacher in Eastwood Middle School, Miss Prado, tell her that I fucking love her, bro. Like, thank you for doing everything for me, Miss Prado. But yeah, now I did have a support system. One teacher I really trusted back then was Coach Rico. He was the reason why. I was remembering I was suffering so bad. He would always help me, man. It was sad because he left in like when I went to 8th grade. Like he was a very supportive guy. He knew my uncle because my Nino would work at Eastwood because this was before I found out Eastwood was ghetto and a terrible school. So yeah. Anyways, now let's talk more about my classes. Now I was passing. It was just the bullying that was constant, guys. It was just the bullying that was so constant. So what ended up happening is that I got fed up with it. So after 6th grade went by, we're in 7th grade now. So if y'all are keeping track, so 7th grade. So this was where I was like, you know what? Fuck these niggas. They want to talk shit to me. I'ma be the bully. I'ma be the thug. That's what I did. I became the thug. I started roasting. I became popular. I became a popular ass kid. Now, what happened is that I would get in trouble a lot. I don't know why I would get in trouble. Like these niggas was treating me like shit. Shouldn't they be getting in trouble instead of me? Oh, cause you're roasting us, someone's gonna beat you up. I don't give a fuck, nigga could beat me up, I'll press charges on you. So yeah, that's what ended up happening. So another thing is that like people would used to call me Slim Shady, cause like I had a buzz cut. Like my hair wasn't as long as it is today, guys. Like I had that buzz cut fade thing. Like I don't know. I guess I just didn't like short hair, which I mean long hair. I'm like fuck. Why didn't I like long hair? I look cool with long hair. So yeah. Anyways, so I remember I had a black hoodie like and some blue jeans and my hair, bro. Oh my fucking god, bro. I remember, bro, I was dissing it like crazy, fool. Like the reason why I started dissing y'all was cause of Pat God. If y'all know the guy Pat God, he's the one who I started watching because I'm like, okay, how can I stop these kids from bullying me? How could I be more popular? How could people like me? And I started watching Pat God videos. I started learning how to roast, and then I started becoming a rapper and shit. That was like until like 8th grade and shit. But yeah, I would always be roasting, causing fights. No, I wasn't causing fights. These niggas were causing fights, and then I would always be the one getting trouble because these niggas would always lie like, oh, Jaden started it. Jaden started it. Nah, I didn't. Because, bullies always lie when they know they're caught. And it makes me mad. So, yeah. So, anyways, then there was this one kid I met. Actually, no. I remember. Oh, what was this shit? Fuck, get that shit on my hair. I remember that I met my childhood friend Chris, or someone I thought who was my friend, but really wasn't my op the whole time. Been friends with this nigga since 2015, cause that bitch Gabby would always brainwash him. Pissed me off, bro. Like I lost so many friends because of that girl. Like she would spread so many rumors, manipulate. It pissed me the fuck off. It really did. Then I remember I would hang out with kids like Messiah. Like I would hang out with a lot of thugs. A lot of girls started getting into me like, oh, Jaden, bro, this guy's talking shit. Roast. I did. I roasted so many times. I remember I would roast Gabby. I'd roast all my bullies, bruh. I remember I was crazy on the internet. But then teachers started complaining like, oh, this kid's starting altercations. I'm not. I'm not starting altercations. I'm just trying to defend myself. I'm trying to keep my fucking, what's that word? My fucking personality. No. My fucking reputation. Yeah, my reputation. Trying to keep my reputation. So what happened, y'all, is that Mr. Chacon, Guy, I fucking hated this dude. I fucking hated Mr. Chacon. Hated him since the first day I saw him. This motherfucker, Mr. Chacon, would always get mad at me throwing my ass in detention every day for no fucking reason, bruh. It's not my fault that niggas are starting shit, so why do I have to be the one that has to take the punishment? Shouldn't it be them? I swear, school systems are so stupid now, bruh. I just thank God I'm not there anymore. But yeah, now let's talk about more. So another thing that I remember is that I would escape detention. I remember with Chris. Chris was actually the one who inspired me to roast. Chris, he used to learn how to roast and shit. Now he was a sped guy. He was kind of sped, kind of autistic. He would have Tourette's and shit like that. But yeah, but he was still my homeboy. You know, it was my homeboy. You know, I was staying up for him. Then I met this kid named Andres, and he started becoming a problem. Like, I thought he was my friend, right? I thought a lot of these niggas were my friends, but nah, they always backstabbed me. So yeah. Now, I did started getting depressed when I was in 7th grade, but it wasn't as bad as how it was in 8th grade. So yeah, in 7th grade, this guy Andres started getting fucking mad at me for no reason. I started convincing him that Gabby's a whore, Gabby's fucking manipulating him and shit. He ended up believing me for a while, but after a bit, he started not believing me, and then he started becoming an op, like, oh, you're this, you're that, you're this. Like, he was a fucking crash out. I swear, this guy, I remember this nigga had one eye. This nigga had one eye, and then I found out he went through a lot of trauma. I know he was fucking capping, bro. He's saying, oh, I'm more emo than you. I know more Slipknot music. Blah, blah, blah. Bitch, you don't know shit, bro. Anyway, this nigga Andres was so fucking annoying, bro. I remember, y'all, I was in 8th grade. Yeah, 8th grade. I pushed this nigga down the fucking, like, the cafeteria. So imagine this. There's, like, a cafeteria, right? There's, like, a bunch of booths and shit, right? I remember I was wearing, you know, my black hoodie, acting all badass, like, oh, I'm a Eka, fool, Sikama, cuh. Nah. So, this nigga was talking shit and saying a lot of shit at me about in front of a lot of girls. So that's when I decided to push his ass down. I pushed his ass down. Pushed his ass down. Then Miss Vega found out because someone caught me through the fucking camera like, oh, why did you push him? This nigga was starting shit. I had to. I was defending myself. I went by my gut. These niggas didn't understand, bro. I swear, Miss Vega always thought I was a bad person. I'm not. Miss Vega, to this day, if you still think I'm a bad person, fuck you, bro. Like, just fuck you. Like, you're a whore, bro. You're a hoe. I hope you fucking lose your job. So, yeah. Now, after that shit happened, fuck, let me fix my shit. Okay. Alright, so after that happened, guys, I was, let me sit down. Okay. So, I was, fuck, let me fix my hair. I was, like, fucking pissed that everybody would accuse me of shit that I didn't even fucking do, bruh. Miss Vega, like, even, like, I could ask my parents about Miss Vega. They tell me, oh, she just wanted my son to be better. Nah. Miss Vega did not help me at all, bro. Miss Vega, you should have helped me, fool. You didn't. You just sat there like a dumbass bitch, bro. I swear to God. So, yeah. Now, what we're gonna talk about now is the emo era. So, I started having a love for emo music, you know? Truth is when I was in 6th grade, I remember listening to a lot of, like, X, a lot of Juice WRLD, like, a lot of emo rap, right? So I guess I was always emo in heart, but I never showed it. So, yeah. I remember in 7th grade, I had, like, a love for EDM music. I wanted to be a DJ. I got made fun of for doing that shit. You know, because I didn't know who I was, you know? I didn't know who I want to be, you know? I didn't know. So, yeah, what I ended up doing is I ended up, like, So what I ended up doing is I started saying, no, I want to be a rapper. I don't want to be a DJ. My mom would always get pissed at me. I remember I would wear shit, like, following the trends. I'd buy basketball jerseys, backwards hats, chains, getting that cut. Yeah, I was all that, bruh. I was trying to be all that. Like, I know I wasn't, but I was trying to be. I was trying to be something I didn't want to be. Anyways, so after this happened, I was like getting a lot of referrals and shit. They're like, oh, we're gonna kick you out. We're gonna send you to your old school. I'm like, do it, nigga. I don't give a fuck. So yeah, now we're gonna enter 8th grade. So in 8th grade, Miss Vega was always on me. I was still getting in trouble, you know. I wasn't getting in trouble. I was trying to avoid trouble. These niggas were the ones causing me trouble, you know. I was being a man. I stood up for myself. But nah, Miss Vega was always like, oh no, no, you're the bad kid, you're the one who's starting shit. I didn't start anything. It's always those kids that start shit. I didn't start anything, y'all. Like, I promise y'all, I would never start shit, you know? Anyways, so after that happened, I started it started getting darker for me. Like, I would get humiliated, embarrassed, like my popularity was backfiring, right? And then Gabby was still pestering me, still bullying me. Then I got sent to Cesar Chavez because she said, oh, this guy wants to shoot me. I didn't. So they got the cops and shit, everything. And then they sent me to Cesar Chavez, bruh. I did not like that bitch, bruh. I had to cut my long ass hair, bruh. I was emo, okay? Keep in mind, I was starting to dress emo. Like, I was wearing a uniform. Couldn't dress emo. I had a studded belt. Had all that, alright? Anyway, so what ended up happening is that people kept calling me emo Gaiden, because people think emos like us are gay when we're not. So yeah, what happened is I got sent to Cesar Chavez. My depression was so bad to the point where I said I was gonna kill myself, and they took it seriously, and then they sent me to UBH, El Paso Behavioral. It was terrible when I went into UBH, bruh. It was like, I don't know, there was one part of it where it was good, you know, I was able to grow my hair out, but I remember I'd get beat up by a lot of kids. I'd be getting beat up by this kid named Rudy and all these other motherfucking kids, bruh. I remember, you know, I fucking remember my shit, bruh. It was traumatizing for me, okay? It took a dark turn. I was hallucinating. I was hearing voices in my head. It was like UBH, like, I didn't even care about therapy. Like, I had to go away from my family. I was crying, bruh. I was crying. I was like, nah, I miss my family, you know, like, I want to go home, bruh. I'm tired, you know? And it was bad, bruh. It was bad, guys. It was bad, like, it was so bad. And I remember I couldn't even sleep either. I would starve myself, bruh. It was all because of Miss Vega. She did this shit to me. She sent me to Cesar Chavez when in reality she should have looked after my mental health. I kept saying, oh, Miss Vega, I love you, I love you. I don't fucking love Miss Vega. I'll hate her and I always will. Miss Vega, like, was terrible, okay? She sended me here. She sended me to have a terrible experience, bro. She did this to me. She made me this monster. She made me this, bruh. I never wanted this, man. I never wanted to be depressed, bruh. Okay, like, I never wanted to. I just wanted to express myself, you know? The only reason why I was dressing emo is because I love the culture. I love the music, you know? Also because one of my teachers inspired me to be emo, so I became emo. So, yeah. I just... I just, like, was so tired. Like, I remember there's this one teacher, Mr. Sadiana. I would always talk to this guy. Mr. Sadiana, if you're watching this, bro, I fucking love you, man. Like, I love you, Mr. Sadiana. Like you really helped me through a lot, man. These damn corrupted ass teachers. I remember Ms. Gomez was there. I had support team or something my mom put in place that was hoping to keep me safe in school. It didn't do anything but make things worse for me. Worse, 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 worse. So yeah, after I left Cesar Chavez, I went to the UBH. I was there until Martin Luther King Day. It was like 2025. So I'd say 2025 is like my darkest year. Like when it first started. Like 2025 is almost ending, thank God. But guys, I did not like it, man. I did not like the fact that I was put through this hard shit, you know. I almost killed myself when I was at that place. I almost ended my life, bro. I almost killed myself at UBH. I'm being so dead ass with y'all. I was going to. I'm like, nah, I would rather be in heaven than this mental facility. I don't like it here in this world. This world did everything to me. This world that I thought I loved and grew up with all happy just fucking fell apart. And that's why I was so sad. Like, and then y'all probably wondering, oh, so like, what happened to you while you were in UBH? I didn't eat, okay? I didn't eat. I would get beat up almost every day by 17-year-old kids, bruh. I would get beat up by a lot of kids. The techs wouldn't even do shit. The techs didn't even care. I kept saying I want to go home. They're like, oh, no, you can't. We're going to call CPS on you and saying your parents aren't looking after your mental health. Like, bitch, shut up. My mental health got worse. They thought that my mental health would get better when I was at the UBH. Nah, it got fucking worse, bruh. It gave me more depression, bruh. I was suffering more. I was suffering more. Now, I was there until Martin Luther King Day, bruh. I remember I was crying every day. So I became a religious person. I was like, you know what? If no one's gonna help me, I might as well seek God, okay? I might as well find God in my life to help me. And afterward, it did work. There was a kid, thank God, God bless me for this. There was a kid named Christian who was Christian, which was actually a surprise, you know. Not all kids named Christian are Christian. So yeah. So this was the best thing that happened to me, you know. I remember that like there was one time when they would get mac and cheese at the UBH, I would eat that shit. I was happy, you know. Actually no, I wasn't happy. I was acting like I enjoyed it. I didn't. I didn't enjoy anything at all, bro. I didn't enjoy anything. Couldn't focus in therapy. Couldn't even sleep. Y'all, I'm gonna show y'all something. You see this? This used to be my old plushie before I got Nezuko. Okay? So yeah, that was literally my support. Like when I got separated from my whole room, all this room, I loved this room. I had to go away from it, okay? And what happened is that I was crying, you know, I wanted to see my family, you know. I didn't even talk to my mom after she put me. I was so mad at my mom. I was like, Mom, fuck you. Why did you do this to me? Why did you leave me here to die, you know? Like, and I guess that's what started me hating my mom. That's why I hate my mom, because of what she did to me, guys. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Anybody, any parents, counselors, anything watching this video, sending kids to UBH is not a good idea. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all something. There was another kid who used to bully me in middle school named Leticia. She had her brother in the UBH. And they found out I was in the UBH. I'm like, fuck, I don't know how this happened. Like, did they spy on me? Did they hire a spy? However, I don't know if this is a coincidence or maybe I'm just fucking tweaking. There was this one guy who claimed to be a nurse. He had like a Chinese buffet hat. I asked him, yo, what's your name? Like, and then I was talking to him. He's like, oh, don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. I'm like, bitch, what the fuck? I found out this guy works for the fucking FBI. Or no, apparently that's what kids said, is that he claims to be working at the FBI. And then he said to this kid, oh, you're gonna get discharged. Like, this nurse would treat kids like shit. The nurses at UBH treat you like shit. They're like, oh, you're getting discharged today? You don't. You actually stay longer. Because they want to see your behavior. This was the most traumatizing shit for me, guys. That's why I'm so happy that I survived and that I'm here right now to make this video for y'all. Anyways, so fast forward to Martin Luther King Day. I was so happy, bro. I was fucking crying, bro. I was clutching my mom. I'm like, Mom, I missed you, bro. Like, thank you for getting me out of this hellhole. Thank you, you know. Like, I fucking love you, Mom. I love you for that, right? And then I remember that my emo, that I was starting to become more emo and emo and emo and emo. So the truth is, I'm not a poser. I was depressed. I was mentally ill. I was mentally struggling. That's why I rap and shit. Now, after Monday, I started going to outpatient. I loved outpatient a lot more than inpatient because you were able to talk to girls, you made friends, all of that shit, right? So what ended up happening is I met this girl, this friend. Her name is Isis, and then this girl named Carlos, and this other girl named Samantha. Like, bro, Isis, like, I don't know if Isis watches my channel, but Isis, if you're watching this channel, man, I fucking love you, Isis. Like, I swear to God, bro, you're like my family, Isis. Like you helped me so much, Isis. Like, I'm so grateful for you, Isis. Like, I don't know what I would do without my friends, bruh. Now, I didn't focus on my mental health because there was a lot of crash outs there too, bro. I'm going to get to that. That's going to be a funny part. I'm going to get to that soon. So, yeah. When I was at outpatient, I enjoyed it a hell of a lot more. And then there was this one girl who I ended up dating, Mia. Y'all probably know Mia. I talked about her multiple times. Mia was my girlfriend. She was from Las Cruces, New Mexico. And she would go to the El Paso Behavioral, aka UBH, whatever the fuck y'all want to call it. But yeah, we ended up dating for a couple of days, you know. But then we ended up not because she said I was too clingy and annoying, and then that fucking triggered my mental health more, and I didn't want to go to outpatient after that, you know. So yeah. Also, there was another girl I remember. She was like 12. I was like, fuck, 15 at the time. Her name was Genesis, bro. This bitch was like a little sister to me. I fucking swear to God, bro. Like, I was trying to get her number, bro. Like, I don't know if Genesis watches my channel, bro, but like, message to Genesis, or if any of y'all's Genesis's parents and shit, or friends of Genesis from Paso Behavioral, y'all went. I fucking love you, Genesis. Like, you made me feel so good, bro. I swear, I loved Genesis. Like, I remember I even had like a little crush on her, bro. People get mad at me like, oh, you're a pedophile because you like a 12-year-old. I'm like, nah, I'm not. I'm not trying to be a pedophile, you know. My hormones were going fucking crazy. I couldn't help myself. So yeah. And after that, I met Mia's sister Angie, who I thought was my friend. I was really close with Angie. And then if y'all seen that video that I had to delete on my channel about me dissing Angie, because she fucking got mad at me for no reason. Like, oh, you did something. I'm like, what did I did? She just said, oh, you're so annoying. You're so clingy. I'm like, bitch, the fuck? You know, I should have seen this coming, bro. I was dumb. I should have seen that coming, bro. But nah. I would always hang out with the girls a lot, bro. I remember I was in a big girlfriend group, bro. There was this one girl named Robin, this other girl named Aries, bruh. There was a lot of girls, but there was a lot of crush outs too. Like I'm saying, I'm gonna get to that. Y'all gotta wait, okay? Y'all gotta wait. So, anyways, there was one therapist named Emily. She was like, one of my therapists. I remember the doctor would drug my ass up. I fucking remember this nigga would give me sleep medicine, bruh. I was sleeping in a day. Thank God I got away from the medicine. But yeah. So I did tell the doctor I had trouble sleeping because, like, I kept having sleep paralysis from all the trauma at inpatient, right? I remember I didn't even care about my mental health when I was at the outpatient. I just wanted to be with my friends, bro. But I ended up becoming a social machine, bro. I'm being dead ass with y'all. I was so social, bro. I started making my social skills, you know? And, yeah. And I'm turning 16, bro, and I'm just hoping that these last years of my teenagehood will be the best. You know what I'm saying, bruh? So yeah, another thing is that I remember that what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so ever since I was very emo, even in inpatient, I would dress emo. I had my graphic tees, everything. I was rocking the emo shit. I've been emo for fucking like about 2 years maybe. Yeah, 2 years, like a year and a half. I've been emo, and truth is that I've always been emo ever since my childhood. So yeah, another thing, y'all, is that ISIS got discharged and shit, and then a lot of my friends got discharged. It was only me and Carlos, bro. I was like fucking depressed, bro. Now Carlos, who I thought was my friend, bro, I fucking love this guy. I fucking swear I did. Until I found out all the pedophile shit he's been doing to other kids. Like, he was sexually abusing his girlfriend, Lily. This is when I started meeting ISIS's friend, Lily, then. I started meeting Skylar. I started meeting all of them. So, yeah. So, what ended up happening is that Carlos... I'm going to tell y'all something. If y'all know that song, Answer Me, that crying thing was my friend Carlos, because he's saying Mia broke up with him. The reason why we started fighting, me and Carlos, and why he became my op is because I said, yo, like, Mia don't like you. She gonna cheat on you. I was trying to protect my homeboy, and then he got all mad saying, oh, you're just jealous because she broke up with you. I wasn't jealous. I didn't give a fuck. I just didn't want anybody to go through the same shit that I went through, you know? I found out that Mia was lesbian and that her body count was 20, 10, like, yeah, about a lot of people. Like, she had multiple boyfriends. Like, I didn't know any of this shit about Mia. Then I fucking found out something about Mia that was very dark. And she was dating a lesbian gangster from New Mexico. Okay? Now, after this shit happened, she was drunk and was like, oh, Jaden, I miss you. I want to get back with you. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to give her another chance. I'm going to give her another fucking chance. I'm going to give you another chance, Mia, you know? If you really want to be with me, then yeah. Now, we broke up peacefully at the end of the day. Actually, no, it wasn't peaceful. Like, it was like, like, I'm not really ready to be in a relationship. I don't like it. I don't have feelings for you. She didn't say I was clean. She just like, oh, fucking, I don't know. Something was off with her. Like, but yeah, and her sister started hating me for no reason. I would play Roblox with Angie every day, but she removed me. I kept talking to her like I want to talk to her. It's been months since I talked to Angie. Then she's like, "Oh, Jaden, you're so annoying. I don't want to talk to you no more." So yeah, so I hated and I hate Angie. Like, we're all gone. I want to bring the friend group back together, but the only people that are remaining in the friend group is me and Isis, bro. Like, I'm surprised Isis and I went this far, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. Sometimes I'd make fun of Isis, saying, "Oh, she's too annoying, and weird." I don't mean that, Isis. If you're watching this, Isis, I don't mean that. Isis, like, I care about you so fucking much. I did, like, I just care about my friend Isis, bro. Like, she's been through a lot with me, and it's gonna be our friend anniversary. Like, we've been friends for almost a year. It's been a year since I've been in the UBH. So yeah, another thing is that there was this one emo kid that I saw forgot she liked falling in reverse and then started talking to her. She had like a lot of like Tourette's, like kind of unstable, kind of had the brain of a fucking child. But yeah. Now here's a crazy thing. When I was on Star Maker, I fucking swore I found her, bro. I was like, this nigga's on Star Maker. I'm like, shit, I didn't think that was a thing. I didn't think that was a thing. But yeah, like she got sent to inpatient by the time I got discharged, but I wanted to add Naomi to the friend group too. That was her name, Naomi. But yeah, and then I remember that I was also with I'm gonna say, yeah, I was then Samantha got discharged, bro. I missed her, bro. Like, I remember I would hug her a lot. I would even hug Angie, bro. I'd even hug Mia once in a while, bro. Like, cause, bro, I just fucking loved all my friends, bro. I'm not cleaning. I'm just protective, cause like, I don't want anyone to hurt them, cause I don't want them to go through what I've been through. My parents tell me, oh, you should worry about yourself, don't worry about others. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Be honest with y'all. If your parents tell y'all that, bruh, don't listen to them when they say that, bruh. Like, do the right thing, my boys. Like, do the right thing. Y'all feel me? Do the right thing, man. Like, God's gonna thank you for doing the right thing. I don't believe in God, but I know He will. So yeah, that's my story, but I'm not gonna wrap it up yet. So I'm gonna start with the crash outs. I say the best for last. So there was this one girl named Kaylani. She was like a Latina. Damn, I fucking swear that bitch was hot, bro. I'm being dead ass with y'all. She was hot. So what happened is there was this girl Robin. I'm not Robin. This other girl. She had like those shower towel thingies that like them black people wear. This bitch was a crash out for no reason. This nigga would get angry for no reason, bro. I swear to God, like. There was so many fights, man. There was one fight with this Hispanic dude with like glasses, like saying, "Oh, I'm gonna hurt you, I'm gonna kill you," blah blah blah. Then there was this one motherfucking Edgar nigga named fucking what's his name? Hold up, it's gonna get to me. It's gonna get to me. Adonis, yeah. This nigga's name was Adonis. So what happened is that this nigga was talking shit about me, saying, "Oh, you're a fake emo." I'm like, I bet, nigga, fucking call me that shit again. I was about to fight his ass, but the text went in and they were like, nah, don't fight him. You're gonna get sent to inpatient. So I didn't want to go back to the hellhole. So I'm like, you know what? As much as I wanted to beat this nigga's ass, I had to spare him, bro. Because I'm not going back to that bitch again. So yeah. Another thing is that Carlos, he did threaten me. I did end up calling the cops on him because he threatened his girlfriend. I fucking called the cops now. I remember I was back at school at this. I did tell Miss Vega about that now. I still hated Miss Vega because she still treated me like shit. And yeah. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck this shit. I want to go to Burgess. I don't want to go to Eastwood High School. But yeah, I had a terrible experience, guys. Like, I had so much trauma, y'all. So yeah, that's what my story is, bruh. So, and then I started making a channel at the end, and I'm gonna keep posting on this channel. Reason why, y'all, I started doing this channel is because I wanted to help people who were mentally suffering, bro. Like, I wanted to help kids who had terrible trauma and terrible, things that happen, you know, because there's kids that were in my shoes, or kids that were kind of in the same situation as me, but not really, you know. So yeah, the lesson here is don't be afraid to be yourself. And if you're suffering mentally, don't tell a counselor or anything. Just tell just go to Emergence Health Network in El Paso if y'all live in El Paso. If y'all don't, then just try to find a therapist, but don't go to mental facilities. It's not good for y'all. So yeah, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed my life story. If y'all did, make sure y'all like, subscribe, take care, my boys. Hold up, let me fix my fucking hair, I swear. But yeah, I hate this shit. But yeah, take care, my boys. I love y'all. Peace.